Hello every pony, Scar89 here, once again with another fanfiction reading. Today I'm going to be continuing Help from a Star by Matt the Brawler, because more chapters came out and I've got nothing else to do. Quick announcement, go over to Brony Fanfics channel, a new chapter, chapter 24, of course there's Equestria's up there, and I'm reading it, and I put effects, and it just may make you pee your pants, because it's so freaking scary. But you might not be able to focus because of all the background noise that I put in it, because I'm a genius. So, without further ado, or further interruption and delay, I give you Help from a Star by Matt the Brawler, Chapter 2. Chapter 2, Meet and Eat. Oh, it's a little Puffball! I want to hug him and squeeze him because he's such a cute little guy! Pinkie gushed. The others ignored her. She was just being Pinkie Pie. Sorry, my Pinkie Pie is really bad. My voice is all scratchy from that other reading that I had to do. Every pony else was taken aback. Could this be this legendary hero? Where's his friend? Please tell me he's just the friend. They all had their mouths gaping open. Meanwhile, the puffball flipped over to a sitting position, revealing his deep blue eyes and rosy cheeks. It looked ahead and sighed. And sighed. Would he ever have his cake and eat it too? Only then did he take in his surrounding, exhaling a very confused Paya? A blue cape swirled into existence. Another circular creature in a white mask appearing in it with a strange blade held toward Celestia. The sword was golden and jagged with curved thorn-like protrusions. Who are you? Why am I here? Where is this place? He belted in a Spanish accent. I can't do Spanish accents. Before being interrupted by the pink blob. The puff interrupted the masked creature in the oddest of ways. He sucked up a mighty amount of air. His mouth seemed like a vacuum cleaner, but 10 times wider and stronger, but the suction was in a limited area and formed a cone of swirling air where it was potent enough to capture anything. He spelled R instead of air, but that's okay. That's the only problem that I've seen so far. After the blue attacker was in his mouth, he spat the creature out. A small scolding was delivered to the cape ball in the form of a shake of the pink puff's head. I say head, it was more like his entire body moved, excluding his feet and stubby appendages. Kirby, the hostile creature said after regaining his composure. He was met with a humph from Kirby, who turned away. An annoyed groan escaped the swordsman. Princess Celestia? What is going on? Twilight stuttered. I tell you when I know if I've gone insane or not, the normally regal pony exclaimed breaking her usual demeanor. Princess, the creature wrapped himself in his cloak. My apologies, madame. I was unaware of your position. He bowed. Who are you two? The princess managed, still in shock. My name is Sir Meta Knight, and this is Kirby. Kirby delivered a high-pitched hi at the sound of his name. I hope you will excuse my previous tone, but would you be so kind as to answer my previous questions? That would be fine, but first, a question of my own. Is he the one who defeated Nightmare? Celestia continued. Wait, who's saying this? Oh, who? Kirby? The crowd looked to where he was, but no one was there. Upon further inspection, he was being chased around by Pinkie. Surprisingly, Kirby managed to keep a fair distance from her. Yes, he did. How? Twilight asked, slightly exasperated. He has incredible abilities. It would be easier to explain It would be easier to explain them as they become relevant. Why did you bring up Nightmare? Meta Knight moved on. He has returned, and is targeting us. That is why I have summoned you here to Equestria, Celestia explained. Who's this Nightmare? Twilight interjected. Is it related to Luna in some way? Rainbow added. No, my subjects. Let us explain. Celestia began. After the exposition from the prologue, go back to that if you want. And so, Kirby defeated Nightmare with the power of the Star Rod, Meta Knight finished. This is a lot to take in, Applejack said. Indeed it is. Well, I did have a feast set up to commemorate... Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, I did have a feast to set up to commemorate the arrival of the heroes. It's being held in the garden. You may go. You may go. I have other matters to attend to. There needs to be a comma there. Celestia dismissed herself. I hope you have a lot of food, Meta Knight responded. When they arrived at the garden, there was a huge table full of food. They had everything from sandwiches to apples to tomatoes. Soon, just off to the side to where the table once stood, was a swollen Kirby. Chapter 3. Cracking Down. Every pony, with the exception of Pinkie Pie, who was smiling ear to ear due to the adorable mass of pink standing in front of her, stared in amazement. Did Kirby just eat the table? Midnight's reaction was different. Kirby, you gluttonous blob, spit that out right now, he barked. Kirby swallowed, returning to normal size and turned away with a "Hm! Now Kirby!" The pink puff refused. The two started to bicker. I say bicker, it was more like Midnight yelling at Kirby in Spanish, and Kirby responding with various "Payas!" and the like. Am I the only one who thinks something is wrong here? Rarity asked quietly. I'm not sure, Twilight answered, but this is weird. That's an understatement, Applejack added. If he's a hero, how will he fight? Rainbow Dash wondered. He doesn't look so... Crack! Her thought was interrupted by a crack of thunder. Dara looked up. It was sunny out, with only one white cloud in the sky. How could... Wait, was it getting closer? Are those yellow spikes around it? Does it have an eyeball? As the cloud came closer, Meta Knight and Kirby put their arguments on hold. Crackle! Meta Knight was shocked. The look on Kirby's face told the same story. Quick, we must find somewhere underground. The 8 ran for the city. Kirby held his stumps up above his head/body as his feet fluttered across the ground. Meta Knight ran with his blade ready. Crackle followed, striking lightning at them, especially Meta Knight, who was slower due to his armor. They zigzagged around the streets of Canterlot, yelling for ponies to go indoors. The group eventually made it to the subway station to catch their breath. What is that? Twilight panted. Crackle, the Blue Knight explained. One of NME's oldest monsters. As you see, he's a lightning elemental monster. How do we fight it? Rainbow asked. Meta Knight turned to Kirby. Call your Whoop Star. Kirby pulled out a small box. It had buttons, a screen, and an antenna with a star at the end. Kirby blabbered into it. Soon a large yellow star soared in. What is that thing? Applejack asked. The Whoop Star is like a power source for Kirby, the armor puff explained. He can also use it as a flying vehicle. Now all we need is something to arm Kirby with. The Meta Knight and Kirby scanned the room. They could use Meta Knight's sword, but that probably wouldn't be effective. I have a boomerang! Pinkie spoke up. Out of nowhere, she pulled out a metal, somewhat V-shaped bar. Why do you have that? Meta Knight asked. In case of boomerang emergency, silly! Both deciding it was best to just accept her madness, Kirby took the boomerang. He threw the weapon up and swallowed it. As he did, a yellow hat with eyes appeared on his head. Down the middle of the hat was a sharp, curved yellow blade. Kirby jumped onto the Warp Star and took off. Author's note. I am so sorry that this took so long, guys. I started high school and have been really busy. I'll try to update more often. No promises, though. If you want something to tide you over, check out my Scribblenauts Unlimited Let's Play. Link in the description below of this video. I will be sure to put one there. So, Yeah. Chapter 4. Thunder and Lightning. A hat? A confused and frustrated Twilight sounded. Kirby's so powerful ability is making hats? Remind me to ask Kirby to help me at the boutique later, Rarity whispered to Fluttershy, who was hiding in a trash can. You do not understand, Miss Sparkle, Meta Knight started. Kirby has a very unique copy ability that allows him to get special powers from what he eats. That yellow hat has a blade sharp enough to pierce steel, and he has an infinite supply of them. Then why does it have eyes on it? Twilight asked. As I said, Kirby is still very young, and it shows in some of his abilities' hats. Why did he need my boomerang for that? Pinky seemingly came from nowhere. The gutter blade functions as a boomerang. It will travel a short distance frontwards, then very quickly backwards as in return. Kirby flew toward the now massive cloud, riding the warp star like a skateboard. He dodged many bursts of green lightning as he rose into the air. Eventually, he floated at the demon beast's height. Krakow charged a green aura, opening him up to attack. Not daring to bridge the gap between them, the pink warrior tossed blade after blade from his hat. After a short flight forward, the golden cutters curved over Kirby and pounded Krakow's eye. After an onslaught of boomerangs, Krakow had his aura finally charged. A brilliant ball of green slammed into Kirby, sending him spinning end over end away from his warp star. The vehicle chased after its owner. A mere 10 feet from the ground, and the star caught Kirby, who flipped to his feet. The lightning demon had enough time for another aura to build up and be fierce. Quickly, Kirby did a barrel roll around it. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a barrel roll, it was probably an aileron roll. Just saying. As the puff breathed a sigh of relief, a bolt of lightning shot past him. From the ground, the battle looked like a fierce thunderstorm with a yellow star flying toward it, and now that I said it, I'm going to say this. Do a barrel roll! Desperate to bridge the gap between them, Kirby boosted forward. He bobbed and weaved past shot after shot. Finally, he was closer to the monster. With a final boost of speed, Kirby went right up to Krakow's eye. He grabbed a blade from his yellow hat and mercilessly sliced at the cloud. He cried as he did a powerful... Oh, I thought that was Krakow. My bad. He cried as he did a powerful jump slice. Hey! He slammed on his warp star on the ground with great force, running his blade through Krakow as he did so. The warp star soared down, the demon beast exploding behind him. His friends were on the ground to meet Kirby as he came down. When he did, he spat out the boomerang, losing his powers in the process. Then he did what he always did when he achieved victory. He danced. He jumped and turned a full 360 degrees in the air, then rolled across the ground. After a few arm pumps, he moonwalked and struck a pose. With one foot on the ground, the other straight outward, and he pointed his arms in different directions. Wow, that was cool. That was a very good story. I like that. I can't wait to hear more of it. Matt the Brawler, if you are listening to this, which I hope you are doing a great job. A few little errors here and there, but, you know, not as much as I make in my writing. Good job. Keep going. I can't wait to see how the story develops. Ooh! I have a challenge for you if you are listening, Matt the Brawler. So, I want you to come up with your own original Kirby idea. Yes, I want you to come up with your own original Kirby thing. It would be cool. And yeah, so with that said, I guess thanks for watching my video. Check out one of my other videos. Go check out Brony Fanfics. I did a reading, I'm doing a reading over on his channel. Super awesome. May make you wet your pants, as I said. Go check out my friend Doompie. Great guy. Check out Matt the Brawler's channel. I don't know if I'll be able to put a link in the description, but there'll be a link to his Scribblenauts Let's Play, because Scribblenauts is quite possibly the coolest thing ever. And I have a feeling now that Matt is going to make a Scribblenauts My Little Pony crossover. And if he isn't, get on with it. Just saying. What now? I guess with that, I will see you guys later. Brony on!